Today is March the 5th, 2021. This is the Service Hero Show, 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter, and I am your host. This is the show where we share inspiring stories of those that are inspiring others. So let's do this. TGIF, it's Friday, and we are going to have fun today. Our service hero, can I say, is really seriously about fun. Yet there's so much more to him. And I actually have friends right now that are going to help to introduce our service hero today, Tim Hodgkiss. He is going to be, we're going to verify, and we're going to actually make the case, wink, wink, make the case that he is truly a service hero by the time we are done with this hour. However, like I said, what are we going to do? I'm going to share right now with some of our friends who Tim is.
Hi, my name is Caroline Barrison, and I come live to you from Toronto, Canada. And I'm here today to honor a special service hero, and his name is Tim Hodgkiss. I met Tim March of 2019, and I've watched him incredibly do his transformation. When I first met Tim, Tim was very quiet and shy. Over the years, Tim has found his passion and his drive. He has now come out and shown how authentic and real he is in all his funny videos. Tim is an amazing man, has a great heart, and also shows people how to keep going and keep going forward. So I am honoring Tim Hodgkiss today. Thank you, Tim, for all your crazy videos and talking to the messenger over there. And remember, put your message out there today, because you have it. I love you. Bye.
All right, guys, my name is Teresa Snyder, and I am so fired up about this interview today. I have a special guest co-host, Tim Hodgkiss. Tim,
hey.
He is a fun patent attorney.
Hello, we are live.
Everybody. My name is Teresa Snyder, and y'all, I am so freaking excited. I'm going to put this solo screen on. A fun, fabulous guest that changed my life for Growling. Hello.
Good morning. I don't want to take Tim thunder. I just want to say hi, say how much I love Mr. Tim. You are so blessed to be on the show together. Can I just watch and not be on camera? How do I do that?
Hello. Hey guys, my name is Teresa Snyder, and I'm here today to congratulate Tim Hodgkiss, a dear, amazing friend. And he is being honored as a service hero. And he is one of those guys that his resume is long, but don't let that fool you of how fun and imaginative and giving and kind and joyful he is. And so I'm here in Amarillo, Texas, out in the cold wind, so just ignore anything that's going on, but I definitely wanted to make sure and get this video sent out so that hugs and kisses. Will be going to Mexico sometime in the next 6 months. Plan it. Put it on your calendar. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. I'm blown away. I am blown away.
We've just started. We've just started. We're going to have some fun. I told you it's TGIF. And I want to recognize those that are with us right now as we get this show on the road. We have Helene. Helene is actually one of our ambassadors for our Buddies program, the nonprofit that this show supports. Helene, so happy you're here. Actually, she's one of my buddies and love it when she is showing up. We've got Caroline Battersons, and she is the show's producing. She's our assistant producer. She makes sure that we are on the E360 TV platform, of which we are live. And guys, one more clip. I have to do this. I just got to, because you know what? I want people to be able to find us. And did you know you can go anywhere and you can still watch the show? Here you go. I wish I had a camera where I could just show how we've got Tim bebopping behind. He's dancing to the music.
That's some catchy music.
It's fun. We have fun around here. In fact, we've got Helene looking for her purple pen. Hey, if you guys have seen it, let us know. We've been on the search. And Shannon Green, so happy you are here. Truly, it is going to be a fun time. We have Amy Morrison. Woo! Love it. Love it. The gang is showing up. So you were a co-host on one of the shows.
For one episode, I was put in that position, and I was freaking out. But it was like spur of the moment, and so I just had to step into it, and it blows my mind just to see myself up there. Yeah, what a genesis from where I was to now. Like, wow, like I don't even know that person anymore.
It happens. We have Victor Orlando, and Victor, for your information, not sure if you know Tim, he is an actual verified, bona fide, he was just showing some Grammy paperwork. He's a musician that has traveled the world with like the Gap Band and such. He is the percussionist
Epic.
to the stars, and
Epic.
We are supporting him. Everybody go to Victor Orlando 1 on YouTube. Victor Orlando 1. We are in the process of getting him all the numbers that he needs to be subscribed so he can go to that next level on his new YouTube channel. So glad you're here with us today. All right. So you have an amazing story, truly a story that inspires. And yet, guys, I have to do this too. And it just to give you kind of a feel for the fun that Tim has going on, we're going to just give a few, just some nuggets here. Only a couple, like just a few. It looks like you're,
I'm confused. Where am I at?
Yeah, where am I at? Tim, am I hearing, is Bigfoot back there, or
Exactly.
What's up? And I love the choice of clothes.
Overdressed.
I'm digging it. You bring out your neon light, put it on a table in the snow. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get electrocuted either. Yeah, that was great.
And guys, this is all going to mean more when we go into why I'm doing this right now. You guys are going to be like, oh,
there we are.
Goodness. There's the one. And by the way, do you have long pants on right now or shorts?
Shorts all the way. Yeah. Even though I'm in Ohio, I have a California state of mind.
I love it. Okay, guys, remember those now. Tim, your resume, I have this hat on because you're always wearing hats. So, guys, in honor of Tim. Okay, so if I was wearing my resume hat, my recruiter's hat, the hat that I wore for 18 years professionally, and I was interviewing you, I would be saying, Tim, you have an electrical engineer's degree. You have an MBA from a very good school. So you have a master's in business, and then you went on for your JD anybody that doesn't know, that means he's an attorney. And you went into a very interesting specialty,
Yeah.
patent attorney. I have one of my family members actually went in and kind of did the same thing, but went into more the biology piece of it and went and got PhD and then went for the JD and went into patent litigation attorney. So, you know, so I'm thinking, wow, I somewhat understand some of the mind that you've got going on. And yet, okay, remember the electrical, the neon light in the snow, electrical engineer. Okay, let's talk. Let's
get down to it.
Yeah, so
what's going on here?
You definitely have a fun thing going on. Are you a practicing attorney still?
I have been a practicing attorney for 16 years. Yes. And I'm practicing, like I was practicing today prior to this interview. Yes, still very much. That's how I make my living. I thoroughly enjoy it. I love electronics. I love analysis, legal analysis. I love solving problems. Like that part of my brain is very much active. I'm always in problem solving mode, whether it's legal or not. You know, you get to know me. I'm going to try to fix whatever problems you have going on. That's just my nature.
Good. Okay.
it's just my nature. That being said,
Shannon is saying shorts all day. Yes. Okay. You know, and she's in Utah, so she understands. Okay. Yeah. Party time. Let's see some purple colors everywhere. I'm loving it. And so #live. We've got Kim. Now, would that be a relations to you? Kim. Okay, Tim. I think it's supposed to be Tim. Okay, we got it.
Well, I love colors. That's no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So, you did you always know you wanted to be an attorney when you were a kid?
No. I had no idea. I knew what I didn't want to be. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I started off life very insecure, very shy. And so it was just tough for me to articulate and share, you know, who I was, my creativity, my opinions, my thoughts. It was just hard. Like public speaking, just like in high school, I still remember being petrified and turning beet red just as the day came closer and closer to having to give a presentation. I just remember being in just a paralyzed fear for like that week leading up to having to give a speech. And so I knew that I was good at math. I loved to find out how things worked. I loved to deconstruct things. I took all my toys apart. I was always taking things apart. And I was always following my dad around and watching him like repair things. So I knew how a lot of things just worked innately. And so that pushed me into engineering, and I enjoyed that, but I didn't like all the technical details. It was very slow moving, all the research. It was kind of boring, taking notes, and it just wasn't sexy and exciting. So that led me to business.
And business to you was sexy and exciting?
Yeah, it was another flavor. It was another aspect of developing a product, because I loved infomercials, right? Like I love these quirky kind of weird products that solve these problems.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And the knife that will do this and
the
do
Ginzo.
that.
They never dull. Like, they have like a 100-year warranty. They're never have to sharpen them again in your life.
All these weird things. Can and then your tomato.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you saw that one too. Yeah, I love those things because it was a mixture of technology, but it had this flair, this marketing flair and spice to it. And it was just engaging for me. And I love these big, bold personalities because I was just fascinated about how can people get up in front of the camera and just talk and be themselves and then kind of just be flashy and showy and, you know, just rocking it. And I was just fascinated with that. And I'm like, man, I just want to be that one day. I just want to be that one day. And I tucked that in the back of my head for a long, long time. Meanwhile, I'm just still marching through my schooling. You know, I moved on. I pursued my MBA. Marketing was a big thing for me there. I love that creative aspect of business, is developing a marketing plan, executing it, and just that whole creative process. Love that. In going through my MBA coursework, we broached the issue of patent law. And I'm like, wow, this is interesting. Yeah, this protects inventions. And I get to participate in a bit of the creativity of these inventors. I get to take their invention and in some cases embellish it and make it broader. So I'm playing a creative role. I'm a pretty decent writer. I found out in going through my electrical engineering degree that a lot of my peers were horrible writers. But I was good. And I was always told in high school, like, yeah, I got like C's in English in high school. But when I got to college, I found my professor, who was this kind of hippie girl from California, super chill, super cool. We would have these weekly meetings with her. And right away, one of the things we had to do was journal, weekly. And we had the opportunity to share it if we wanted to with her. And we would just have these one-on-one kind of coaching sessions. And she's like, just keep doing it. Like, you have a style, like, you're good. Like, whatever you were told in high school, whatever that label you allowed to be put on you, you need to let that go, And so that really gave me some confidence to just kind of take ownership of my writing. And that patent law is all about writing. It's all about describing inventions. And so that's an easy thing for me to do. So I naturally kind of followed that path. And in saying that, like, while these 3 degrees are, fairly, heavy lifting, difficult things, it gave me the opportunity to hide out too. Like, cause I was just buried in a book.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. You found 3 things that if you wanted to hide, if you wanted to be behind the curtain, you could be. Okay, guys, I told you this was going to be fun. We're going to be sprinkling fun in here. So we're going to sprinkle one right now.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is...
Hello, everybody. I am back. Berkeley, California. I better take this one. The important thing is that you keep going, you keep trying. I said an introvert, shy. Somebody react, somebody do something. I just want something. Friday has arrived. Just on my native poem. There's chaos. I just get overwhelming in a way. I love it. Love, exciting, and new. Mind under pressure. It's just like you're sending it out there into the world. A relationship with an attorney is one that's got to be, it's like any other relationship that you have with somebody, you have to really feel it. There's got to be a connection and energy.
I love that. I love that. I love it. I know I did it. I know it's like self-serving, but I do not get tired of seeing that. Oh my gosh.
I seriously, I know. As I was preparing for this, guys, I could have kept going and going. This is the Energizer Bunny when it comes to fun, and yet understanding, and that's why we went through kind of like the background, because it's really important to understand. Of course, wear shorts if you can. Absolutely, I'm in total agreement, Shannon. And so, all right, so you're all of this, concrete,
analytical, conventional,
everything, and hiding behind, guys, that's code for more work to be done, because when you're in the front, you can get away with a little bit with the personality, and you can do other things, yet when you are behind the scenes, your nose is to the grindstone. You are producing a lot of work, and anybody that understands how the law works, when you get out of law school, you start at kind of like at the bottom. You're doing all the research, you're doing clerical, you're doing the grunt work for the partners and things like that. And you were saying that when you first got out of law school and you went to your very first firm, that it was more of your traditional conservative,
For sure.
And
For
anybody
sure.
that understands what that means, think of suits,
Yes.
the suits, billable hours,
Billable hours. Yes.
and
What
making
an
sure
evil, tortuous concept.
every second is accounted for with
Yeah.
one, to one client or another client, and then then you have your teams and you have your everything. You can get lost in that system. You really can, can't you?
And a lot of people do. Like, they hand themselves over to it, and for a lot of people, becoming a lawyer, getting their electrical engineering degree.
Okay, go ahead. She just noticed the peace sign. That's one of our images from the CB4L store. All right, so shameless plug. Okay, go ahead.
Cool. For a lot of people, getting an electrical engineering degree, getting a master's in business, getting their JD, that's the end game. Like, we have arrived. We are, this is it. Like, this is a dream fulfilled. And for me, I was still, I was like, well, yeah, I'm an attorney, but a lot of people were like, how come you're not like talking that up? You're not really leading with that. And it's like, it's what I do. It's not who I am. Because I knew there was just still, I wasn't satisfied. Like, I wasn't letting this energy out, this enthusiasm out. My personality still wasn't out there. I was just coming in, wearing a suit, putting on that mask, that costume. And, it was, again, me trying to be accepted amongst the group of, these stodgy, conventional attorneys, and doing my work. And I did that for probably like 13 years. And eventually I got tired of it. I'm like, I'm not fulfilling my purpose. I'm not feeling content in my heart. And I started to, try and take steps out of that. And so here we are, I'd say the last
and oh my goodness, guys, we've just begun. We have just begun. So, all right. Yeah, I love it. He breaks out in song. This is so fun.
I do. I don't know.
I'm loving it. Okay, so here you are, and I had to ask because I'm seeing all sorts of different versions of the hat, and I asked if this was a brand of your own, and you shared that it's what?
I wish I could take credit for it, but I am so in love with fashion. Mike Amiri, if you're out there, if you're listening, call me, direct message me. But it is his design. He is a fashion designer out there in Los Angeles. But yeah, it just fit me. It just fit me. And then every time there's a new iteration, I just grab it. Hopefully one day we're going to cross paths. He's an attorney too, by the way. But he's a fashion designer. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But
we gotta make that happen.
That would be mind blowing.
Universe, we got to make that happen. Who knows? Now, say the designer's name again.
It's Mike Amiri, Amiri.
Okay, who knows Mike? Someone does.
Who knows Mike? Somebody's got to.
Mike,
let's make this happen.
Yeah, let's make this happen. And then we want to show that here on the show. We'll say, hey, things are possible.
That would be. Yes,
okay, so we shared that you've got all this stuff going on. Okay, let's get to it. What is this?
So, because I've always had a passion for reality TV, I've always liked infomercials and just people sharing their authentic selves. There's a passion about just being authentic and real and just showing up and owning your opinions, thoughts, and beliefs. That's so important to me because it's something that I've wanted to do, but I've always felt like I couldn't because I was in judgment of other people and I wasn't obviously living my truth. So what I've started to do is what started out as an audio only podcast, and then it kind of morphed into what you saw earlier, which was a kind of teaser clip for the Identity Crisis Project, which is a YouTube channel of me just living my life and trying to figure out where this path leads. And I am of the mindset of just keep going. That was a post I put out the other day. Other people have said it, but it's like, just keep going, keep following that energy that was yesterday, enthusiasm. and and see where it leads, because this is something that's been locked inside of me for so long, and I've fought and fought and fought to let it out. And that's what drives me, honestly. To see where it goes, I love making people laugh and smile, and that's always been a part of me. And just to feel comfortable and confident just in this interview, and I'm having fun, like I just feel so centered, and I'm just loving it.
Well, good, because we are too. It's just, inspiring stories of those inspiring others. You are inspiring others because you're also inspiring yourself, and that is a lot of the full circle here. And we love geeks on the show too, because we just do. It's just that's our thing. Oh yeah, I'm with you. And just begun. Yes, ask Victor Orlando. Oh yeah, maybe he might know him. You never know. We have a lot of friends of the show, so we will definitely be putting it out there. Time to let the inner child out. Okay, time for the next video, guys. Wait for this one. Okay, wait, we got it. This one's fun.
No, I am not driving you any further. I said I'd take you to the next exit just because it's Halloween night. You look like you needed help. I mean, geez. I don't know what you've been doing, but you need to take better care of yourself. And what's up with those eyes? Like, seriously. I think you need glasses or something. Definitely some moisturizer. You're looking rough. But I'm not driving you anymore. Like, I'm done. It's time to go. Well, you know what? Hey, I tell you what, just because it's Halloween night, let's just hang out and chill, watch a couple movies, maybe get a pizza. But then it's adios. You got to hit the road and go back to whatever cave you crawled out of.
But you didn't send them away. I mean, that's clearly a Christmas hat there.
Keeps coming back. I know.
Like, what? What do you want now? More pizza? What more movies?
I know. He won't leave me alone. He will not leave me alone. This one.
How do you come up with these ideas?
They're just there. They're just there. And my gosh, there's so many. I feel like I need like a film crew around me 24/7. I feel like I'm a one-man show. Like I got the camera going. I got two cameras in front of me right now, recording part for the Identity Crisis Project. But this is the way my mind thinks. I love Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
Ironically, I love that sort of stuff. So I'm just, finally stepping up onto that stage that, we all have. We all have a stage that we make in our life, and I'm just stepping on it, and I'm having fun. And for people that enjoy it, that's awesome and great. But I'm really doing it to fulfill myself, my heart, my spirit, and it just feels really good to do that. And it feels really good to make a decision of, hey, I'm not going to continue that past way of living. It's not serving me. It's not fulfilling. It's not satisfying. And then let's take those uncomfortable steps. Wasn't always fun. There's not always smiles. There's a lot of smiles, but there is a lot of, oh my gosh, I cannot hold the phone. Like I can't even stand to take a picture of myself because I can't stand the way I look. I can't stand my voice. Like these are things I had to work through from just, growing up. So there was a lot of trepidation, a lot of emotional turmoil to just keep recording myself and putting, like that first post on social media was done at a Forbes Riley's event. My first Facebook Live was at her event, and that was like 2-3 years ago. It took so much out of me. Like it was probably one of the hardest things for me to do is to really share and open up and just share who I was, like, because I've never done that before. And once I did, it just, the floodgates. I knew it would.
Right. There's something inside of you, right? There was something inside that still was pushing you, like, okay, keep going, keep going. It's uncomfortable. And then that self-talk and all of that. I'm sure so many people are saying, wow, I relate. I can relate in this way, or I can relate in that way. So now you're out there, you've got the podcast, you're on social media with this fun content.
Yeah. Thank you.
And you are still a practicing attorney.
Yes.
Are you still working for the traditional conservative law firm?
No. So I've switched firms. Actually, basically a year ago, I switched jobs. I was, again, tired and frustrated with, coming in, wearing the suit, being the same kind of replaceable attorney. Like, we all look the same. We all do the same thing. And it wasn't really me expressing my style and who I was. And so I think as I put that energy out into the universe started to bring opportunities to me. And you being a recruiter, understand the process that recruiters reach out. And in the past, I might have just hit the delete button a few times, in the past, because I didn't have the right mindset. But this time the opportunity came in and I responded, and that turned into a thing. And in fact, the telephone interview that I had with the HR, the head of HR at the firm, the interview was actually 2 days after New Year's. And I'd gotten really sick, and I was in Canada. I was sick. I stayed an extra day just so I could get a little bit better. And I was driving home, just crossed the border. The interview was at 3. And I was like, should I pull over and do this like while I'm not driving and just have my full attention on it? Or should I just keep driving, put the earbuds in, and just go for it? And I thought about it. I thought about the past. The past Tim would always have to have everything just right. Everything needs to be perfect. Just deep breathe. Let's just get zen. And then he would just collapse because he wasn't showing up as himself. He was showing up as what he thought they wanted to see. Right. So what I did, I just kept driving, and I was me. And that turned into a call 5 minutes later after we ended the interview from the HR person saying that CEO absolutely wants to have a meeting with you at lunch. And we booked that like 2 days later. So I was sick. I was having trouble talking, but I was in my most centered, most authentic voice. And that's what won. So I started to trust myself more, and that led to me joining their firm. And while it still is a law firm in every sense, it still has those conservative ways. I don't necessarily wear this. I am working from home today, but I show up in black skinny jeans and a black V-neck. I don't wear a tie. I do wear hats from time to time. Sometimes I take them off. Sometimes I leave them on. So I do push the boundaries a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'm doing good quality work and, stepping up to the plate and delivering. So, yeah, there's still that paradigm of being in the box in a way. But,
you're finding a way through it.
Yeah.
You're navigating it in a more authentic self way, because there's still within it, you've got the creative side, but you still have that analytical side that you're both sides of the brain thinker here, and it sounds as though it's pretty
and hence the identity crisis. Like, that's why I called it's kind of because I can be really crazy and extreme and impulsive, but yet I'm very analytical and very detail oriented and all of that. And so, it can be a bit of a struggle to maybe reel in and focus on something that's very dense, technically and wordy and legalese, and it's like, oh my gosh, why did they write it this way? Like, it could have been written so much better. And so my creative side turns on, and so
Okay, I'm laughing, guys, because I'm going to share the next clip. The next clip right now is one that kind of talks to this. And it's a holiday clip. It's a holiday clip that's giving tips and some advice. You gotta watch it, guys. Get out your notepad if you want. Here you go.
And profound food hangover that you ever had. I want that for you. And if you are, it's probably not so much the food that's giving you the hangover. It's probably more the drinks. Remember those drinks that you had starting around 9 a.m. this morning? Wanted to get the party started. Yeah. Now we're on like drink 7 or 8. We're doing it right. Yeah. It's not so much a hangover either. It's just like feeling really, really kind of euphoric. That's probably where you should be. I'm just gonna be honest. It's 3:30 right now, Eastern time. You should be right around in that realm if you're doing it right. If you're not, you got plenty of time. Still many, many hours left in the day to catch up. So get on that. Check that box off. I want that for you. I hope that you're living the best day ever, living it like it's your last day here on earth with family and friends. I will see you on the flip side. Peace.
Oh my gosh, I forgot I recorded that one. My little holiday PSA.
I love it. Okay, so get the party started.
Right.
Doing it right. You can catch up. If you haven't added up yet. And I want that for you. I mean, it's just like
yeah, I know. I want you to have that great PLA.
And the fact that you're doing it somewhat in,
time.
Yeah. Okay, we guys, and if you notice, there was no clock there. There's no clock.
Right.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking, oh my goodness. And you have somewhat of a serious look going on, like, okay, I'm talking to you from experience, and I want you to have this best Thanksgiving ever.
Yes.
If you're not cooking and tipping that drink, you're missing out.
You're doing it wrong. There's still time left, but you've been doing it wrong to this point. You're still lucky. There's still a few hours. Let's get that handled. Come on.
I love it. Yeah, that's great. Detail oriented, I know.
Right. So much.
Where it counts too.
Yes,
where
right.
It counts. and so now you go to work. Now, some people may not understand that not all attorneys show up like the shows, the TV shows where it's a law firm and it's and then they go to the law firm and then they go to court and they're arguing before the the judge, and because that's what a lot of people that don't really understand all the different facets of law, that's where their go-to is. And so since you are involved in patents and you also work with copyrights, you work with trademarks. Things, right? Okay, so are you a litigator? Do you go before a judge?
I do not. I'm a more of what they call a transactional attorney, which basically means I stay behind the safety of my desk rather than in front of the judge. So early on, that's kind of a decision a lot of attorneys make. Are they going to be the litigator? Do they have that alpha, just win at all costs type of mentality, that very competitive, that's going to serve them well as a litigator? Myself, I was a little bit more passive because I was extremely shy. Now, if I would have come into it like this, I might have. I don't know. I'm so compassionate, though. I'm so empathetic. I really am not. I'm competitive with myself. That's where I'm competitive. I want to see everybody win. And so I at the end of the day, I don't think I would be a good litigator. I work with litigators. I support them, but I am more in the acquisition of the patent, acquisition of the trademark, acquisition of the copyright registration, and solving problems in the realm of contracts and licenses and that sort of thing. There you go. Forbes does have a patent, and she's got that nicely mounted on her wall. I know. That's crazy how, I watched her all these years on an infomercial, and our paths crossed. I didn't mention this, but I got to see her. Yeah, that was one of the first photos I think I ever put on social media. Wow. I met her I didn't meet her at 10X GrowthCon 2. I saw her on stage I didn't know she was a motivational speaker. Yeah, that was on the Marketer's Cruise. She had won a lip syncing battle. Yeah, she's incredible. She's an amazing individual. And, you know, in going to 10X GrowthCon 2, seeing her on stage, I went to her personal event, her breakthrough training called Forbes Factor, you know, 6 or 8 months later. And that was really a pivotal time for me because I was around other people that were wanting more for themselves. And for whatever reason, when I was walking up to the entrance to her studio, her TV studio there in Tampa, there was a group of about 40, 50 people outside. And normally I get kind of anxious, you know, nervous around crowds. I didn't have any anxiety at all. I just felt in comfort. I felt accepted. And it felt so good those 5 days that we went through all the different trainings that she has. And that really, you know, gave me a lot of momentum and a good push forward on letting all this out. So I do thank her a lot for what she's, you know, helped me ascend onto.
Right. Absolutely.
So yeah, if you want to break through, if you want to transform, it can happen. Like, this isn't just something people talk about. You can absolutely make huge shifts in your life and show up completely different. It blows me away when I say I used to be the shyest person on earth. People just don't believe me. But if you ask people from 5-10 years ago, they'd be like, this guy came into work, he didn't even talk to anybody. He'd be afraid to come out of his office.
Wow.
You know, I'm not going to say the right thing. I'm petrified that I'm going to say the wrong thing, so I don't say anything. You know, so yeah.
I love it. Okay, another clip, guys. Another one.
Hey, you got what I need, but you say we're only friends, but you hit the record button. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Well, why I have you here anyway, I just want to say I've been much more intentional both on social media and out here in the real world in sharing my internal positivity, my internal light, my internal happiness and energy, and I feel that's my purpose. Something pushed me all those years of being an extreme introvert where I'd run away from people. Something pushed me right into it to keep fighting and get to the other side. And I feel like I'm starting to break through. I get so much joy when I engage with people and I see them happy, smile, uplifted, a little bit more Latinary, and I'm going to do more of it. I'm so excited. I have an idea for a project I'm going to put together. About to go into Walmart and see if I can get the stuff to make it happen. But stay tuned. I'm so excited. Have an incredible day. Peace.
Peace. I love it. Okay, so curiosity. Have you announced whatever it is that you were going in to, you know, go see if you could find what you needed for this project? And
so this is the trouble with being really creative. You get a lot of ideas and your energy can only go in so many limited directions. That idea is still very much in play. I'll just give you a little hint. It involves helium. It involves helium, which they do sell at Walmart, ironically.
Oh yeah.
Just got to go in the balloon section. Yeah. That's still in play, but
okay. I'm like, my mind is going in a lot of different ways. I'm like, okay.
I know.
Really interesting.
But it really, like, I'll give you this. It really involves me using it as a way to meet people, to engage with people. And when I thought of the idea, it involves balloons. Let's just say that it involves balloons. And I thought it would be a great way to engage people and just kind of brighten their day. But with COVID, it's like, I don't know that they want that right now. We're all wearing masks. This might not be the best time for this.
Yeah, that would maybe even be more interesting though.
Yeah.
Pull it off. Like, where's that coming from?
Right, exactly. People are already kind of like contentious around here in Ohio as it is. We don't get a lot of sunlight. There's a lot of this. I'm not happy type of thing. And I don't want to push people over the edge and then catch a right hook to my jaw.
that
I
wouldn't
quite like
be,
it.
that
Yeah.
wouldn't be so good. That wouldn't be
But
so good.
but as we get out of this COVID, I'll take that one out of the archives and dust it off.
There you go. I love it. I love it. And so playing bigger than ever. So now, okay,
Yes.
so we've made the case that you're still a practicing attorney. You have this fun social media that you're doing, these amazing videos, of which I have to give Caroline Batterson's a lot of credit, because she's like, oh, you got to watch this one. Oh, you got to watch that one.
Thank you,
I
Carol.
love this one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, she was having so much fun telling me, oh, this one. And
That's so
so when
incredible.
she did the
That
little
blows my
thing
mind.
about the passenger that that was in
Yeah.
the car, referencing it, I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? And then I found it. I'm like, oh, that's good. That is so good. And yeah, a lot of great detail. Okay, I'm a big fan of the law. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I will say too, because my
She
real
did do
brother
great.
is attorney. My stepbrother's an attorney. I was raised with two brothers, and then there you go. So I actually thought about it too, and then I thought, oh no, I'm not going to go into that. They played tennis. I played racquetball. They did attorneys. I did something else.
Different. Mine works a little different. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And also you just sometimes just don't want to compete with the family members. It's like, okay,
right.
there. Yeah, lots of Amy. This was a great show. Yep. Had fun and yeah, baby. Yeah. So, what's next for you? What are we looking at as 2021 has started?
I'm looking to just keep growing and expanding, my follower base, what I do in terms of video content on Instagram and Facebook, and definitely keeping the momentum behind the YouTube channel, the Identity Crisis Project. Really just making that, it's already a priority, but really following through with it as a priority, because it is challenging being a lawyer. You have a lot of demands, you have a lot of tight deadlines, there's a lot of analysis, a lot of mental overhead, and some days I'm kind of tapped out. But the truth is, most of the time when I finish the day and I have the opportunity to do these fun, creative things, that's really what I look forward to. I know in a few more hours, I can go and create a photo or a video, or what am I going to do? I start trying to think of things throughout the day that I might put into practice at the end. So being more intentional with my social media, my creativity, and seeing where that goes.
I love it. Okay, I need to, at least before the end of the show, I want to, because of COVID and because of a lot of the different things that have happened in the last, let's just say, few years, the business climate has been changing, and you did bring this up, and it wouldn't be a service for a Service Hero show when you do work in this area, because there's a lot of businesses, there's a lot of companies that may not understand some of the realities. And yes, a lot of our brick and mortars may have been sold, or they may be shifting into other and pivoting and maybe changing up their existence. Also, you brought out that if you're not listing all of your patents, all of the numbers, if you're not doing this legally, that could end up being something that's going to cause issues for you, and then you may end up in this kind of a situation. You just never know. And so also, you're talking about the YouTube channel, but however, there's so many businesses, so many entrepreneurs, so many people that have intellectual property that they're not protecting themselves. What would you say to them?
Well, it's, I just got off the phone with a client before this interview talking about trademarks. Every business has at least one trademark in them. A trademark is what stakes out your brand awareness territory. It's how people can connect to you. If you don't protect that from other people, essentially stealing it from you or trying to get a name or a logo that's really similar to yours, and then stealing some of your clients away because your clients are confused. And so they find me instead of you, then you're promoting, you're advertising somebody else's business, so having the protection of your trademark so you can enforce that brand territory is hugely important. And that's where a lot of value of a company lies, is in the goodwill, the reputation, the quality of your goods and services are all funneling back and anchored in that trademark. And so when you sell your business, a lot of times the value of the mark is the most highly valued asset, in the transaction. So protecting that asset from the start and inception of your business is hugely important. And that's like the single most important piece of advice that I can give for new businesses and existing businesses who haven't registered their trademark and protected it properly.
So if they haven't, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, they can reach out to me through social media at Tim_Hodgkiss, HODGKISS on Instagram and Facebook. You can direct message me. You can also find me at, you can email me at thodgkiss@bdblaw.com. And, my law firm is called Buckingham, Doolittle and Burroughs. It's a very interesting. Yeah.
Attorney law firm.
Quintessential law firm name.
Again, I got Doolittle because I think.
Everybody hits that one. So. Buckingham, Doolittle, and Burroughs. Burroughs. So we're here in Ohio, and I practice nationwide, given the area of expertise that I have in intellectual property, which encompasses patent, trademark, copyright, trade secret law, and licensing, and all matters that are associated. And so I'm fairly easy to find. I have a very distinct name, Hodgkiss. So if you type that in, you'll probably find me somehow. It's HODGKISS.
I love it. And guys, really, it is something really important. And if you haven't, you need to look into it. And I will say that because I know for a fact that you need to. And as we start to wrap this up,
it's over already?
Not quite yet, but we're getting close. I would love for you to be able to, I want to make sure I got all the pictures though, because, I don't think I did. Okay. I love this one. You just have so many fun pictures. This one though says it because, you've got to be feeling right now from where you were. And even Caroline mentioned it in the very start of this hour, how she has seen you evolving since just that March of 2019. And now where you are, letting your inner self out. There's a lot of people that they're still not. They're holding it in, and many, because of even the fact that everybody's been closed in, literally, physically, they haven't been letting it out even that much more because it's like, oh my goodness, how do I do this now? Maybe because they're stuck with, they're in a situation that the people around them wouldn't support them or whatever it may be. What I would love to hear from you, because I'm sure that you could give some words of wisdom and inspiration as to even how do you start?
Well, it starts with loving yourself. You need to fall in love with yourself. You need to believe in this so strongly that everything else doesn't matter. What somebody else says doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is your internal voice, your internal view of who you are. And once I really accepted myself, that I was enough, that, I had these great attributes. I'm creative, I'm funny. I always thought of myself. And so I really had to fall in love with myself again. And that led to trust. It led to just me then just being. Like, I didn't have to pretend oh, I need to fit in this box because I'm meeting this group of people. I'm going in, you know, to work with the attorneys, so I better kind of act in a way that attorneys act. You know, you didn't have to do that anymore. I could just show up. I was confident because I accepted myself. And if you don't accept me, well, that's on you. You know what I mean? It's not my responsibility. And that used to be the way I thought. Like, it was my responsibility for you to accept me. And it really have to flip. You know, there was something that I had twisted. So it's really starting with you and loving yourself and trusting yourself that everything you do is the best version of what it is that you do, and everything else will take care of itself. Yeah, you don't live in judgment anymore of others. It's a terrible way to live.
I love it, and thank you everyone for being here. #live, #replay, and please, share the love, share this out, because this is a fun show. This is a great TGIF feeling show. And as we really wrap it up, the question I have, and then you can just I would love to have you leave us with one additional nugget, whatever you feel inspired to say. And that would be, once you decided to be your authentic self, you found the love for yourself, and then you just started being yourself. Did it surprise you how then things started to flow?
It surprised me so immensely. I was amazed of all the opportunities, all of the incredible people. I never had like a trusted, uplifting circle of people around me. And now I have that. And then things are just now even easier. Before, I was trying so hard. I had this me against the world mentality. I was doing everything alone, on my own, because I didn't let anybody in. And now that I've opened up to let people in, I'm receiving all these beautiful gifts, including this show. And thank you for having me on.
You're more than welcome. I was very bold in saying that we were going to have a fun time, and we were going to make the case that Tim is truly a service hero. And I do declare that I believe we made the case. I am a believer that you, Tim Hodgkiss, you are truly an inspirational service hero that is out there showing us all that you can have humor. And what I'm going to use from our nonprofit, you can have humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a whole lot of love when you're out there in the world making a difference and serving others, thus, again, serving yourself.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, guys. Make it an amazing, spectacular weekend. And I hope that this show, my hope for you is that this show inspires you to then find that love for yourself. It's like what we've been talking about. And shameless plug again, you guys, then come and share the love on the Tour of Love, the show that is here on E360 TV on Sunday mornings at 9:00 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, because it's all about the love. It is all about the love. We are taking a tour of love and the Sunday show. All right, so see you all there. Share this out and go to the app. Please watch it there. We're working on the numbers on the app at E360 TV. All right, Tim, make it an amazing day, and thank you for being the service hero that you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, everyone. See you Monday for another show. Bye.